Okay, so this is part 2 of Be Right Back. Um, and I'm going to talk about a lot of really specific things in relation to probiotics and some of the just highlights of some of the things that you were telling me that you were dealing with. So I already talked about, what probiotics are and what they basically do. And I'm sure you've noticed all the commercials for things like those like Activia yogurts, and I don't know, there's a couple of different products on the market right now. I'm definitely not telling you to eat any of those. They happen to have sugar in them, and so I don't really think that they're any more beneficial than any other sugared yogurt. Better would be to get an unflavored plain yogurt and keep away from sugar. The sugar is kind of the beast that you're trying to kill, because when you get into yeast and candida, that's what the probiotic, one of the things that the probiotic can actually control. When the yeast get out of balance, they're one of the things that cause some of the greater problems. And for me, I think the yeast in my blood was what was giving me the high blood pressure, because now that I've cleared out my blood, I don't even need the medication anymore. So that's just my idea, though. I know that's nothing confirmed. So, just my idea. The other thing is, okay, so you're talking about your liver, and you're taking Crestor for the heart stuff. Anytime that you have to take any kind of a medication, anything that's not food or water, from the way I understand and was taught when I interned under the doctors that I worked with, they explained to me that if it's not water and if it's not food, it's seen as a foreign poison to the body, even when it provides assistance, and that the liver is going to be taxed by that, having to filter it, having to deal with it. So any ways that you can bolster your liver, make things easier on your liver, let alone your kidneys, is going to help if you're on extra pharmaceutical medications, because you have to be. One of those things that you can do is to take herbs that support the liver. Another thing is to do the probiotics. Now, the probiotics are going to help in so many ways. First of all, if there's any opportunistic little organisms that are trying to work against your heart, it eventually will get through to those. It will also lay down into your guts all of the benefits of being able to fight off invaders. But one of the things that I'm going to talk to you about that you probably don't want to hear, because you hate vegetables so much, is that one of the things that vegetables do is they provide the fiber that keep the colon, keep all the intestines really clean. And if you're not going to be a person who eats vegetables to any degree at all, then it's like probably Metamucil time, because you need to have some sort of fiber that's going to be sweeping it away. And it's sort of a second best, because it's certainly not the first and best choice. The best way is always to eat whatever it is, to let your food be your medicine. But if you're really a person who just hates vegetables, either you hate the flavors of them or you hate the texture, I don't know what it is, you just hate anything green, I don't know, maybe, whatever it is, that you have to have some kind of fiber that's going to be keeping your intestines clean. Because otherwise you're going to be getting into the issue of, constipation or diarrhea or something. You're not going to have any way to, form a good stool. So, that notwithstanding, the other thing is having digestive enzymes. And after the age of 40, at least close to the age of 40, and I'm not sure if it's different in men and women, the amount of betaine in our system completely goes down. And by that time, it's been explained to me by a doctor from New York that everybody needs just digestive enzyme if you want to be absorbing the nutrients from your food. The other thing that I would talk to you about that would be really good for your blood, especially for your heart, would be essential fatty acids. Um, and that can be in the form of a fish oil, which would be really good for your heart. If you're a person who craves a lot of, fried and fatty foods, when you have the correct amount of essential fatty acids, it's supposed to help that actually and reduce those cravings. So those are good to consider. Another one to consider is called krill. Some people actually take cod liver oil, and some people take flaxseed oil, and there's a bunch of different ways you can get essential fatty acids. So those are oils that work in the body, and particularly in the brain and in the heart, to help that. So I was going to show you a probiotic that I take. I'm not saying it's a great one, it's just one that I happen to pick up. I periodically will change them from time to time. This is what it looks like. I also use that to make cultured drinks, and one of them that I make is an apple juice keifir. It tastes just like apple juice, but because it's a cultured food, it has that probiotic in it, so it's another way to get probiotic. If you're not going to be a person who's going to, make the cultured vegetables, which one of the things that I loved about it was that it totally took my allergies away, and I know that you have really, really, really bad allergies. I had never had allergies, except like to animals and certain foods or whatever, till I moved here to Tucson, and I was miserable the first year. Like every time something would bloom, I just couldn't even go outside. I was so a wreck. And since the cultured vegetables, I have absolutely no allergy at all. Now, there are a couple of things I did about that, and I can tell you what those are if you're interested, because I know that it's really a battle for you. But it would be worth it to get some more cultured foods to see how well that would help any of those other situations that you have going. So I hope I've given you some information to think about, and if you have any questions, of course you can always ask me. And talk to y'all later. Take care. Thanks. Dear Angel 7. Bright blessings. Bye.